FIBA Women's America Cup. They beat soundly. I'm Jeff Taylor, joined by Shona Thorburn. And the action is already coming fast and furious in the other Olympic qualifying tournaments. But here are the FIBA rankings, so you can see that Brazil coming in at number 15 and Puerto Rico at number 23. Shona, you know, you've played in these Olympic qualifying tournaments, and they're exciting, there's pressure, but this is why you play the game.
Absolutely, and like you mentioned before, there's a lot of pressure. I really believe that the team who can win tonight, Brazil or that be Puerto Rico, that might be their ticket to the Tokyo Olympics. So that's a little bit of pressure to think about. But then again, like you said, it's why you play, and it's for these big moments, and it's such a short tournament. There's only 3 games, so you kind of give it your all no matter what. I think it's going to be exciting. You know, you mentioned Brazil beat Puerto Rico by almost 30 points in September at the AmeriCup. So they obviously have the upper hand, but that also leaves a little bit of a taste in the mouth of the Puerto Ricans. Maybe they'll want revenge, and hopefully they come out and they play that way, and maybe they can kind of surprise Brazil.
Well, hello everybody, welcome to Bourges, France. This is the FIBA Women's Olympic Qualifying Tournament 2020. It's one of 4 tournaments, of course. One of the tournaments was moved from China to Serbia recently, so they've actually got a couple of tournaments taking place there. And there's also one in Ostend, Belgium. But our attention is right now on these 2 teams, Brazil being introduced. And, you know, you're looking at a country that was once atop the world, winning the World Cup, and trying to perhaps get back to past glories, get back to where, you know, they were the team that everybody was talking about all the time.
Yeah, absolutely, you nailed it. I mean, this is a team that has been to the Olympics since '92. So imagine them not qualifying for an Olympics. It would be weird to have an Olympics without Brazil. But that being said, I would have to say maybe the last 6 to 8 years, they've kind of started to, you know, their dominance has not been as great, especially in the Americas region, you know. Losses to Cuba, Canada, I mean, that never happened before when you think about Brazil and basketball. And I really, you know, you and I talked before, I think it's a great opportunity for Brazil tonight and in this tournament to send a message that maybe they're back. They're ready to be on top again. And they know, as a federation, and some of these veteran players like D'Souza, they know what it takes and they know what it feels like. So you kind of rely on someone like that to lead this squad and get them back to prominence.
Both these teams need to complete the pre-qualifiers. It's all part of the new competition system. It's fantastic. Of course, it takes a while to get used to, perhaps less time together before these tournaments. But what you have is more regular international basketball, and that's great news. And we can talk more about that after we have the playing of the national anthems. here we are, folks. This is this is what it's all about. And a little bit of confusion on court here beforehand, but the players and the coaches go out and shake hands, and we'll get a look at the referees for tonight's game. Rico Malo from Canada. Darius Zapolsky from Poland, and Andreas Papadopoulos from Greece. And there we have, you see Rico Malo on the left, and Darius Zapolsky from Poland on the right. And also Yu Jung now from Chinese Taipei, in fact, is filling in now, and he is in the middle. Excuse me, Andreas Papadopoulos, the commissioner.
Dans quelques instants, début de la rencontre, mesdames et messieurs, avec vos applaudissements pour accueillir ces deux équipes actuellement classées 23e au classement international FIBA. Vos applaudissements pour la sélection
So the Brazil roster: Laís da Silva, Rafa Monteiro, Isabela Ramona, Pani Teixeira, Taina Michel, Tati Pacheco. You go all the way down to Erica de Souza. She's been around in such a long time, but they're going to start with Teixeira, Pacheco, Dantas, Deborah Costa, and Marie Diaz. And Dantas, of course, needs no introduction. She's one of their big guns, and she likes to get up and down the floor.
Yeah, she does. She has a great inside presence for Brazil, and if you're going to attack Puerto Rico, you got to go inside.
Jennifer O'Neill, Melendez, Rosado, Gibson, Crespo, Roma, Salaman, Guzman, Canales. We have to talk about Yolanda Jones and Guathmy, who one of their star players, number 24, and Isales Quinones also. So those two in the starting lineup with Rosado and Melendez, and we're going to highlight Pamela Rosado, who's hit some big shots for this Puerto Rico team the last couple of years. Of course, we watched them at the World Cup as well in Tenerife. I think they're definitely trending up.
Yeah, I think they do. And if you look at this roster, they've spent a lot of time together. You know, they've been at events that this core group of Puerto Rico have been around for the last few years. And that's always an advantage when you go to these kind of tournaments where you don't have a lot of time to prepare and play with each other. You know, just having that feeling that you have each summer with the women, it helps you for these kind of games.
Three teams out of this group will qualify for the Olympics, the top three teams. And Brazil and Puerto Rico will be trading blows here at the start. And you see for Jose Neto, the head coach of Brazil, you know, all the hard work goes back to the America, to the qualifiers, the pre-qualifiers rather, and as well for Gerardo Batista. You know, you have to negotiate. Both these coaches making adjustments on the fly with recent injuries to players, and you know, continuity is so important that they build up over the years. And they'll be hoping that all of that continuity and all that hard work comes to the fore. So before we start, folks, we're going to have a minute of silence for following the deaths of David Stern, the former NBA commissioner who died at the start of the year, and then obviously obviously the tragic death of Kobe Bryant,
Mr. David Stern,
who
and basketball
died
icon and
along with his
legend
daughter
Kobe Bryant.
and several other people. It's been a very sad time in international basketball. We've been reminded by how special, especially these two men were, and we're now going to honor them here at the start of the game.
Both these gentlemen propelled the game of basketball to extraordinary heights, and in honor of their lives and the legacies they leave behind, we ask you to please join us in a moment of silence.
En honneur de leur vie et de leur héritage, merci de respecter quelques instants de silence.
Merci, thank you.
Of course, Kobe Bryant, recently global ambassador for FIBA at the FIBA Basketball World Cup in China, and David Stern was just a real mover and shaker for so many years, and I don't think international basketball would be where it is today had he not been so incredibly influential and really a driving force about bringing the world closer together. Well, good early evening, folks, and welcome to Bourges, France. We are underway here, the FIBA Women's Olympic Qualifying Tournament, and the opening game between Brazil in the green and yellow and Puerto Rico wearing the white. Puerto Rico winning the opening tip and attacking the basket to the left on your screen. And Rosado is going to launch the first, and she's going to hit a three-pointer.
Yeah, and that was just a good penetration by O'Neal to get Rosado open.
Dantas doesn't waste any time, comes out and responds with a three. That's just big time, isn't it? To come right back.
And keep in mind, she's a post player for Brazil, so if she's starting the game off shooting a three and it's going in, it's a difficult sign for Puerto Rico.
Well, that pass intercepted by Patty Teixeira. The pass was made by Melendez. Diaz has it, hands it off. Pacheco, and off the backboard. So again, Jennifer O'Neal and Puerto Rico. Over the shoulder pass, back to Guathmy. And the ball goes out of bounds. We were talking to Guathmy before the game, and she kind of laughed. She's like, I know, you want to know how you pronounce my last name. Everybody wants to know at these tournaments. You see challenging there. Gias wasn't able to get that rebound. Jose Neto used to help coach the men's team, and nice, sweet jump shot by O'Neal.
And, you know, we highlighted Rosado before the game, and we should have, because she is great for them. But if you follow women's basketball and you follow this Puerto Rican team, O'Neal shows up all the time for them. I mean, she is a woman who's very capable of having a 20-point game against anyone.
Gias misses from the baseline. Now Melendez open, passes up the three, and goes down low, and hands it off to Quinones, and I'm guessing that Batista's going to like that. If you get an open path to the basket, you take it.
Yeah, you know, I'm glad she didn't settle for that shot, because she was open, but just to have the whereabouts to say, you know what, I'm open, I can attack, and then it was an easy two-pointer.
Dantas posting up, turns. Goodness me, she's money. O'Neal again launches. She plays here in Europe, in Poland, with Bydgoszcz. Tati Pacheco, and off the back of the cup. And again now, here comes Rosado. Brazil certainly looked taller from my vantage point. And Puerto Rico trying to be patient here on offense. And again, this time it looked like the path was open, and then Dantas just stepped over and swatted it.
Yeah, she's a special player, and she's been around for them for kind of quite some time now, and you just wonder what kind of a mentor Erica D'Souza was for someone like a Dantas. You know, similar positions and WNBA. Those are the kind of things that you like about basketball. You know, I'm sure she's kind of followed in her footsteps.
O'Neal, talking about veterans. She gets her shot swatted, and she comes right back and hits a jump shot.
Well, that's what shooters do, right? I mean, you know, the only way you can make a basket is if you shoot it.
Gias catches it down low. Oh, misses the layup. She'll be upset with herself for that. Could not have had an easier look. Melendez gets down low, then patiently takes it back outside. Guathmy takes her time, turns, shoots. Nobody under there for the board. And now the pass up ahead, and it goes off the hands of Brazil's number 10, Tati Pacheco.
You know, I think Puerto Rico have kind of done a good job. They've come out and they've been aggressive, where I think Brazil have sort of been settling a little bit for outside shots, when, you know, you and I say what an advantage Brazil has in height just from the position that we are in. So you kind of wonder why they're not maybe slowing things down a little bit and, you know, finding your players, finding your advantages.
O'Neal, oh boy, just loses it. Pacheco up to Dantas, and Dantas could not reel in the pass, so great for Puerto Rico. But you hate it, I suppose, if you're the coach and your guard kind of fumbles the ball away. You can't have those turnovers. And for the second straight time, a turnover for Puerto Rico, and Rosado is called for the foul from behind. And certainly Jose Neto thinks, sportsmanlike, a foul should be called. They could review this. Watch this. I think her feet got tangled up, and they have indeed called the unsportsmanlike.
Yeah.
2 free throws in possession.
And that's such a tricky call, Jeff, and you and I have seen it so often. She didn't mean to foul. It was a foul, and it should have been called a foul. But now, you know, in the last few years, they've implemented this unsportsmanlike. So if a player has an open lane to a basket, and even if you foul not on purpose, it's considered an unsportsmanlike foul, which is 2 free throws and the ball.
Deborah Costa makes her pay. Yeah, she just kind of tried to scare her a little bit from behind, and her foot clipped her. And now she's come out and picked up another one, and Rosado is going to be upset because Deborah kind of snapped her head back.
Yeah, and that's, you know, Rosado is a veteran of this Puerto Rican team, and you already picked up 1 foul. 3 seconds later, you can't get your second one 5 minutes into this game.
So Solomon comes into the game as her replacement, number 12, Costa, certainly making an impact on this trip down the floor for Brazil. Quinones with the rebound. So Isalis Quinones needs to have a huge game tonight for Puerto Rico. Now Dantas comes up. O'Neal has it. She gets swatted out on the perimeter, and a foul called by the Polish referee.
I think that was actually pretty good defense. We'll have a look. Oh, she kind of kicked her leg out.
Well, the contact came after she came down. There's Clarissa not able to play because of injury.
Yeah, she wasn't too happy with that call. I mean, it was very good defense, and what Jennifer O'Neill from Puerto Rico did is she kind of kicked her foot out.
So what they want to do is they want to see if she was
Two of the
attempting a
three-point shot.
3 or was it a 2, and this is why they go over to review it.
Okay.
Wow, that is about as close as you can get.
I want this one. Okay, would you please zoom? Okay, for me?
For me, it's 2.
Yeah, for me it's 2 also. Okay, we confirm that's a 2-point shot and 2 free throw. That's 2.
So it's good to be able to take you over there to listen to what they both confirmed that it's a 2. Teo is almost a 3.
Yeah, you know, it almost looked like there was a little bit of shading going on.
So she gets all ball there, but then her lower comes into her, and that's why the referee made that call. O'Neill probably is going to play as long as she can in this game. I can't see her coming out.
I can't see her coming out. And, you know, we talked about how I really believe that whoever can win tonight between Brazil and Puerto Rico are going to book their ticket, and it would be the first ever Olympics for Puerto Rico.
Costa whips it down low to Dantas. Here she is, Costa. Oh boy, she is toughing it up right now. You can see she's got the intensity. Allie Gibson is checked into the game, number 9 for Puerto Rico. Oh, good dribbling by O'Neill this time. Oh, goes right down the lane. That's tough.
And, you know, this is a Puerto Rican team that lost by only 4 points to a good Canada team in November to qualify for this tournament. They had that big win over Cuba by 2 points, which was really the ticket.
Dantas with the offensive rebound and the putback. She traveled.
She might have shuffled her feet on that little spin move.
A little shuffleboarding. Here's O'Neill again. And this time draws the defense, gets it over to Gibson, who was right where she needed to be. She just didn't make the shot. Well, I don't know about you, but I'm impressed by Costa already. I mean, she has got a level of energy, that time maybe a little bit out of control. Now, Walkman to Gibson again, and Gibson bad position, but she knew right behind her was Pacheco. I think it kind of put her off her shot a little bit.
Yeah, I think she kind of was a little bit worried about getting blocked, so instead she tried to double pump, where if she had maybe just gone up strong, she might have scored or drawn the foul.
Oh, driving in, and a tough move by Patty Pacheco. Brazil go back in front. What a move from O'Neill, but just the finish isn't there. And now Costa again hands it off to Teixeira. Now Diaz, and will this be the first? Yes, it will. She finally gets it to go. And all of a sudden, the momentum firmly behind this Brazil team. They've got the momentum.
I mean, I do think because Puerto Rico has to rely so much on O'Neill, maybe she will start to get worn down as this game goes on. I mean, you saw that you do see her coming out now, so I think her coach realizes it too. She needs a little bit of a breather because she's going to play a lot of minutes tonight, and they're going to need her at the end of the game come close to 40 minutes. So
De Souza has checked in for Brazil. Costa will be guarding the inbound. Solomon, and also the veteran Jones, Yolanda Jones in for Puerto Rico. Walking a player who they need to get going, and this time she scores for the drive. Good seal down low, and good defense after that by Melendez. And now Guathamy runs the court well, puts it up. Oh, she missed the layup. And now Brazil with a chance to run the cross-court pass. And De Souza pushed out by Solomon. Costa makes a great grab here before it goes out of bounds. And Costa buries it. She's the player for me for Brazil. Quick strike again for Puerto Rico, and another missed layup, but they get the ball back.
Yeah, another missed kind of easy opportunity, I think, for Puerto Rico.
Solomon open, so why not, she says. And then a push called on Jones. And a very difficult moment now for Puerto Rico. They've had a couple of fast breaks where they've missed layups. They've missed an open three. And then also they missed this three. They missed open three from the corner. And they need to play defense.
Yeah, they do. I mean, there's still a minute left in this quarter, but you can feel that the momentum is kind of on Brazil's side right now.
Well, De Souza saves it in bounds after the air ball. And the ball goes out of bounds to Brazil. Chow also in the game, number 8 for Brazil. Isabella Ramona has checked into the game as well for Brazil. She's in the right corner. And she goes baseline, gets the screen. Dantas up top. Also, Alana Gonzalo has got the ball now, number 23, De Souza. And she misses. Great hustle, both teams. Well, that was a dangerous pass by Solomon. Guafmi open, so she launches it and hits the three, brings a little bit of rain. She had some mark on that shot.
Yeah, she did. And it was kind of a much-needed point for this Puerto Rico team. Now it's all about trying to play defense for the next 10 seconds, not pick up a silly foul or give an open look to this Brazilian team.
Tremendous drive in there by Alana Gonzalo, and earns a trip to the free throw line. That's a foul called on Yolanda Jones. Just a little reach.
Yeah, I think, you know, you always give the refs an opportunity to call a foul when you swipe up the ball the way that we just saw Jones do, even though maybe she didn't touch her.
Yeah, they see the reach.
They see the reach. They see an aggressive swipe. It's kind of an easy call depending on where the ref is situated at that time, right? So a little disappointing. I mean, you see two of Puerto Rico's players, Rosado and Jones, with 2 fouls. That could become worrisome when they don't have an enormous bench. You know, they are a team that really kind of relies on 7 players, 8 players.
Puerto makes just 1 of 2. They've got to hurry. Solomon and Gonzalo going for the ball there. Also went for Brazil, Montero, Rafa Montero, number 5. And Kuzmanic is going to come in here for the last 1.5 seconds for Jones.
I mean, that's smart. You kind of have to as a coach, because you don't want to risk another foul from Jones and have her pick up her 3rd. Even if it's a moving screen or something, you know, there's just always that possibility.
Ais da Silva checks into the game, number 2 for Brazil. Guafmi gets it, puts it, had a good look. And boy, what an attempt. That would have really lifted their spirits had she made it. She did not. Great first quarter from an excitement standpoint. Turns out Brazil leaded 20-18 over Puerto Rico.
There you see it, the stats, 45% compared to 40% for Brazil. I think Brazil did a much better job later in that quarter to bring their percentage back.
What I find, one stat that I find interesting, at least in that first quarter, 6 points coming from Puerto Rico in the paint, and just 2 for Brazil. But I guess Brazil were not shy about launching them themselves. And how about Costa? I mean, she's really, what do you think about her guard play?
Yeah, I think she's been exciting for this Brazil team. You know, she's someone who's been around, but maybe not someone who, I mean, the way she shot the ball, and she just didn't hesitate. As soon as she was open, she kind of let it fly, and those are the things that you want from a player. You know all eyes are going to be on, let's kind of say, the stars, you know. So just to be able to knock it down when you have your opportunity, really, it lifts the team. You need that to be able to compete and you know, make it to an Olympics and then compete and do well at Olympics. You really need contributions from everyone.
But even though Brazil had that real push there, you know, Puerto Rico didn't go away.
No, they didn't.
Good sign for them. Second quarter action underway here at the FIBA Women's Olympic Qualifying Tournament in Bourges, France, between Brazil and Puerto Rico. And the dunk down low, and De Souza, if she's able to catch the ball that close to the basket, that is going to be an easy one. O'Neal back in the game, hands it off to Salaman. Go off me. Looking for some space. Gets it back to O'Neal. Boy, what a move that was by O'Neal. Had that going in, that was a possible highlight. Quiñones guarding De Souza, and De Souza called for a double dribble. Again, she picked it up. Yeah, that was a perfect call. Yeah, she was shaking. She must have shaken. Look at that.
She's probably looking at the ref saying, "I've been around a lot longer than you have."
She was like, "I should have known better than that." I guess that was an obvious one. O'Neal, great defense by Brazil's number 8, Taina Pacheco. There's Salaman and Jones looking on from the bench now. Rosado back in with the 2 fouls. O'Neal, that's a 2 if it goes. Rattles out, and Melendez might be called for a push, and indeed she is.
And, you know, I actually think Brazil got a little lucky there on their defense, because in my opinion, if you leave someone like O'Neal that open, most likely than not, she's going to score. So I think Brazil got away with a little one there.
Bounce pass to De Souza. Already Puerto Rico having twice been scored upon here. Scored on by De Souza, called timeout. They got to take care of that. They got to nip that in the bud.
Yeah, you don't want this score to really get out of hand early in the second quarter.
Estamos flat hedge. Yo no puedo venir para acá arriba. La responsabilidad de la guard. The guard has to come hard on top of that screen. Okay? Y entonces tú te quedas. Si ella se va, tú te vas con ella. El problema entonces de la guard. Yo no me van a hacerle haciendo huir a puñeta. Okay? Vamos. Watch the press of it. Okay? And now, listen. Now what we're going to do, you're going to call one. Pero la vas a pasar. Vamos a hacer el lado contrario. Le haces la cortina. Make the screen. Boom. Come on top, pass the ball, okay, y la coge, damos, cortina al lado contrario y nos seguimos moviendo después en motion, okay, we keep moving out of motion, okay, patience and over, hey, you see, every time you put the ball in the floor and you go to the basket, you can get to the basket, okay, patience and over,
He's talking in English, and then he just immediately goes to Spanish.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I think most of the women on that team speak Spanish, but a lot of them were born in the U.S. or, you know, grew up and spent a lot of time in the U.S. So I guess you have to speak a little bit of English, Spanish.
Allie Gibson quickly over to O'Neal. Melendez, look at him swing it. Gibson open, that's where she was earlier. And again, short. They're drawing that play for her. She's got to knock that one down. Look at Batista really trying to get his team defensively into the game here. Dantas picks up the dribble. Pachau. Shot clock down to 6. Pachau gets into the lane, puts it up. Oh, and she is fouled on the drive.
And I actually thought Mendez had pretty good position. But yeah, she brought the hands down, and you know, she would have made the layup. It was a strong layup, a great take. But don't give the and one. Just keep your hands straight. It was good position. It was a tough make. Those things happen in basketball.
So Melendez brings it up patiently to O'Neal. She's open. Why not? If I'm Batista, I want that woman right there shooting it every time down the floor. She looks good.
Now you see Puerto Rico kind of into a matchup zone, it looked like a little bit.
De Souza this time passes it back out. And long jumper, nope. Dantas passes it back outside again. That was Gonzalo who missed the previous three-pointer. Pachau. Oh boy, and another three. This one from Isabella Ramona. Can't give away the offensive rebounds, or they will come back to bite you. Rosado. Oh, what a pass. They get it to Gibson. Oh, she made it right at the buzzer.
She kind of says, finally, you know, she is known as a shooter. She was a shooter in university.
Is that what she majored in? Shooting.
Shooting at Oregon State.
Oh, good
That's
turn
just
from
too easy.
Susan. That's the third time now she's been able to catch it down low, turn and score.
Like I mentioned, they're kind of in this matchup zone, so anyone can kind of end up on anyone on defense, and you got to do a better job. You can't let an easy catch happen that low to the basket, or Brazil's going to score.
Gonzalo called for the foul, so Melendez goes out. And Guathmy and Quinones as well, so they will do the bulk of that interior defending, I would think, on De Souza. In great hands by Ramona, forcing the turnover. Gonzalo over to Pachau now. De Souza sets the pick. They whip it back outside. Dantas from the corner. Gibson rebounds and runs. Ball knocked out of her hands, however, and now it's Brazil's turn. Ramona bounce pass to Dantas and fouled by Gibson. Dantas puts it on the deck, knocked away. Good job by Guathmy. And then quickly to Rosado. And this time she is able to finish, Rosado. Oh, what a spin by Pachau. It's Brazil's game. They want to run, but maybe that's the best way for Puerto Rico to play as well. Dantas, boy, clearing out on Guathmy with the elbow. Might have gotten away with one. And good footwork in the end, gets her the basket.
Yeah, and you see Guathmy there kind of complaining about how she maybe thought she got hooked.
Good job, Gibson. absorbing the contact, getting to the line.
And you know, we talked earlier how both these teams are actually kind of missing some key players coming into this this tournament.
Well, it's good. It's a good sign for Puerto Rico that Dantas has gone out because she's tough.
Yeah, she's really tough. I mean, she's their go-to player, go-to scorer for this Brazilian team. But you know, Puerto Rico are playing without Losado Cabbage, who was one of their top performers in November. You have Brazil, who don't have Clarissa dos Santos, and Nadia Colado, who we actually saw on TV. They are both here in the gym, obviously supporting this Brazil team. So both these teams are, you have to have other people step up, is really what it comes down to.
Yeah, it's next man up. It's just part of the game. And that's why depth is so important. Because you're going to go deep to your bench, especially in tournament play. Oh, that was an interesting drive. Guafmi with the rebound. Quick outlet to Rosado. Back to O'Neal. And drives in. And De Souza, excellent hustle down the floor by the big center. Now Gonzalo to De Souza. Look at De Souza run. Oh, she missed a shot. Well, a break for Puerto Rico. Should have been 2 points. Montero, long rebound. Now it's Jennifer O'Neal. And she drives in, and excellent work by O'Neal. I have been so impressed by her tonight.
And you know what? She already has 11 points out of their 28. There's still 24 minutes left in this game. They do rely on her a lot, though, and you just wonder, is she going to be able to stay with this, you know, aggressiveness the entire game, or will she start to fatigue at some point?
Well, timeout on the court.
E defender. Nessas situações que elas estão pegando de 1 contra 1, nós temos que parar antes. Paramos antes, vai pra bola, hein? Vai pra bola, pra eles não darem desportiva, vai pra bola. Tá certo? Nessa situação de 1 contra 1, não espera elas virem até aqui embaixo pra poder elas ganharem a falta. Atenção aqui se elas fizerem a pressão. Saímos 32, tá bom? 32. Uma pra cada lado, quem não receber, dá um flash e corremos. Tá?
You know, we've talked about this already a couple of times with O'Neal. She's got to play as many minutes as possible.
Lá, jogamos com flash.
She's going to say,
você recebe, esse backdoor, mão a mão, sai pela Érica, joga o desbloqueio.
You know, she can always come back in 4 years. Depends on, you know, and if she looks after herself. But you know what? They're in the FIBA Women's Olympic Qualifying Tournament.
And keep in mind, you know, okay, it's a 6-point game right now. We're going to the free throw line. This Puerto Rico team, what? The FIBA America was in September. So they lost by just under 30 points in September. So we're only talking a few months later, and they're competing with a very good Brazil team.
So O'Neal, who's been playing with a sense of urgency, goes to the line and makes the first. And it was interesting that Rosado was still on the bench right when they all came out. And then somebody's like, you're still in the game. You got to get out there. So she bolted off the bench to get back. And again, O'Neal. So these will perhaps be, she'll sit down for maybe a minute and then come right back. She doesn't have any fouls, so purely for rest.
Yeah, like I said, she is probably going to play the entire 10 minutes in the 4th quarter, maybe even the 3rd. So you got to take the opportunities now. You're only down 4.
Terrific play by Ramona. De Souza just missed a shot, and then Guafmi does a great job of putting pressure on that Brazilian defense. I mean, this is a Puerto Rican team that looks like it knows what it wants to do when it's got the basketball. And that comes with, you know, they've played more and more together.
Yeah, like I said before, I mean, this Puerto Rican team have played many years together.
Oh, what a move from Solomon. And Jones didn't finish. That was out of the top drawer from Solomon.
That was, you know, had Jones finished that pass, would have been an assist, and that probably would have been on the highlight reel, to be honest.
Shot clock down to 4. De Souza with the offensive board. No, yep, she does get it in the end. And Guathmy with the foul, and I think that could have been a rebound that Jones could have had, but they're just really struggling to compete down low with De Souza. Here it is again, look. Yeah, you can see that certainly Jones had her opportunity to get that basketball.
And, you know, considering the height difference, I do actually so far in this game think that Puerto Rico have done a good job rebounding. They haven't given this taller Brazilian team many offensive rebounding opportunities.
And you saw who just came back in the game.
Hey, you got to give her breathers when you have them, even if it's only, you know, what, 30 seconds of game time?
Well, most of the starters still watching here in the second quarter for Brazil. De Souza only makes 1 of 2. Solomon over to Guathmy. Guathmy goes hard to the basket. And quick response now. Pachau, great hustle back by Guathmy to knock that out of bounds. Guathmy can't see it. That was great hustle.
Yeah, I think she's a little frustrated. She didn't have a foul call down on the other end, Guathmy, but like you said, great job, great hustle for her to get back. Those are the kind of hustle plays you want to make if you want to win a game.
Great deny defense by Jones. She saw the pass coming. Solomon. And gets a little bit of love from the rim. And cuts the deficit to 3 points. Costa back in the game. Number 18 for Brazil. Pachau fouled at the line, and that is not what you can afford to do. Don't want to foul the jump shooter, because Manic.
Yeah, that's not a great foul. You always talk about don't foul a jump shooter because you're just giving them free points. You know, make him hit a tough jump shot. It's one of the hardest shots in basketball, is a tough contested jump shot.
So she misses the first. So Brazil are, they have had a few misses today. They're 5 of 8 at the free throw line. And now 5 of 9, and nobody was able to get the basketball. Why is it that De Souza is able to grab those loose balls?
Yeah, that's, you know, twice now, I think. Jones should have got the rebound, and she didn't.
And now she challenges De Souza. And I think Jones needs to pass it back out.
Yeah, I think she was trying to do a little bit too much.
It's not every game you go up against a player the size of De Souza, though. I mean, that's got to be realistic. Pachau drives in, over the shoulder pass. De Souza yet again. And that is De Souza in this second quarter has just wreaked havoc, both with her offensive rebound and her putbacks. Timeout by Puerto Rico.
Voy a hacer 0, watch the press. We're gonna be on camisa melón. Head like this. Estamos así. Okay? Mira, Pamela. pasarle la
So
bola.
the shooting is exactly the same from
Jennifer,
three-point range.
you get out. She's going to pass the ball
inside the arc,
one way.
the
Stay there.
DeSouza factor
She's
you
going to
can
go
see
like
for
this,
Brazil.
not pass the ball, put
she
the ball
has
in the front to
11
the
points
side,
in the
right?
second
Pamela,
quarter,
hacer
so-
este movimiento viene hacia
And two
adentro.
of those have
Now I'm
been
going to
easy
risk wing here.
offensive
Okay,
cutbacks.
mira a ver
You know,
dónde
the
está la
ball's
jugadora
kinda
ya
bounced in the
defendiéndola
right
y le hace
direction.
cortina esa. Cortina ella va a atacar para atrás y entonces y tú vienes, tú le haces cortina, te vas y tú te abres. ¿Okay? Ella se va a quedar atrás, así que le hace, te va para que coja, le haces la cortina.
She is one of the best Brazilian basketball players ever, and Brazil has some incredible past female basketball players. You know, DeSouza, she played in the WNBA for the Los Angeles Sparks in 2002 with Lisa Leslie. So that's how long she has been around and at such a high level. Yeah, of course she played a bench role for that team, but it just kind of puts you in what class she is in.
Well, there she is, right on cue, DeSouza. And again, experience counts. Experience plus talent makes that a pretty lethal combination. And she's actually made an impact on both ends of the floor. And again, a great drive by O'Neal. I mean, she has been absolutely heroic for Puerto Rico. Quinones back in the game with Guathme, O'Neal, Solomon, and Gibson. And, you're looking at a player right here, folks, that just, we can't say enough good things about her.
No, and you and I talked about this, the games in November where Puerto Rico almost had an upset win over Canada, and I'm sure those two missed free throws with 14 seconds left by O'Neal have kind of stuck in her memory, and she's making up for it here today.
Well, a long throw. That's a heartbreaker for Puerto Rico, but what a great look for Brazil. Solomon has the pass batted. Quinones gets it over to Gibson. Oh, great reverse. They just did not make the shot. Quickly to the other end comes Montero. And then the shuffle of the feet and the turnover by Deborah Costa.
And the only thing I didn't really like about that last offense by Puerto Rico was Jennifer O'Neal didn't touch the ball. She wasn't even involved, They had the ball on the other side of the court. I'm not saying she has to shoot the ball every time, Jeff.
She's got to get a touch.
But she has to get a touch, because if she doesn't take the defense. So, have her involved in the play. Even if the ball doesn't go to her, she still needs to be involved just to draw the defense.
That is a great point. That is why you earn the big money. I can see you're coaching now, and now we're hearing all of this. Doesn't have to shoot it. She's got to be involved to draw the defense. Now she's at the free throw line, O'Neal. Here's O'Neal. She's got the touch. Takes a tough shot. Still makes it. Goodness gracious. Goodness gracious me.
And that was really good defense. I was going to say, there's no way that shot's going in, but it hit nothing but net.
Well, Deborah right at the end misses, so a nice little shot from O'Neal, one of many, to be honest. She's got 17 points, cuts that deficit back to 6 points. It's Brazil on top at halftime, 42-36. But at the end of the day, you know, the best thing about the whole system of competition, which started in November, is that you have the pre-qualifiers for the Americas, for Asia, for Africa, and these national teams are getting together more often. They're playing more games together, and it wasn't that long ago that Puerto Rico were playing basketball games in Canada. So, you know, once again, so maybe it'll be interesting to get his thoughts to see, you know, what
if it's helped his program and the national team. Yeah, I agree with you, Jeff. They're having more games together throughout the year. And I think that is showing, and we've seen it here early in this game. I know there's still 20 minutes left, but I've been impressed with what Puerto Rico have been able to put out. You know, take away some of the easy baskets that they, I think, gave up, some easy shots. Brazil have also done a great job of knocking down shots when they're open. You know, that if they're a little bit open, Brazil, that shot seems to be going in right now. So
to be honest, I'm more impressed by Brazil than I anticipated.
I agree with you.
They played a little bit better than I figured they would, especially being the first game of this tournament.
Yeah, you know, the first game of any tournament, you're always kind of a little, oh, is it going to be good? They're kind of finding their rhythm, finding out how to play with each other. But I think both these teams are, I mean, they need to win. They need to win if they want to go to Tokyo this summer. So a lot's riding.
So, again, Jennifer O'Neill with the 17 points. And these are some of the shots that she's taken. And you can just see that she is so comfortable about her role in this team.
Yeah, you know, she is their best player, especially offensively, and you need your best player to step up, but wow, has she already stepped up. I mean, 17 points in the first half alone is incredible. I'm just, you know, we saw her go out and try and get quick breathers and a little bit of rest here and there because they're going to need her, especially near the end of this game, to still step up and knock down those shots. And it's hard to maintain that kind of offense and that intensity and level that Puerto Rico are going to need her to do. So we'll see.
She's, I mean, it's no surprise, obviously, she went to Kentucky. I mean, how many good players have gone to Kentucky over the years? Also, the Nigerian,
Evelyn Akator,
yeah. Jennifer O'Neill was like a top 6th player coming off the bench, you know, winning awards like that. So, and it wasn't that long ago. I mean, she was at Kentucky in 2015. So she's getting a chance here to shine, and I think she likes this stage. And also, something has to be said. You coach, you used to play for Canada, just so the people listening. Now, and you've played Olympic Games, now you've transitioned into coaching. You just retired, what, last year you were playing, right?
Yeah, for professionally,
here in France. And can I just say, what a magnificent arena this Bourges, this Prado is.
Yeah, it really is. You know, it's one of the best arenas in France, men's and women's, to be honest. And it did kind of get a refurbishing a few years back, and they did a wonderful job. You know, instead of building a new arena, a new gym, they just said, okay, we're going to invest our money and we're just going to make it bigger and better. And they really have. The floor, the seating, they have a practice court attached, they have, you know, a weight room. The locker rooms are incredible, and you don't see that often, but they've really, it's good. And every seat in the house, I mean, what, it holds 5,000 people. There's not a bad seat, really.
Not at all.
Burani turns. Bukete behind the back to Burani. What a pass! Tied again at 71.
Is it losing? Oh, behind the back. The crowd loves it. Oh, bangs it in. What a play. See if that brings her to life.
Look at the pass again. Oh my goodness me. That is ridiculous. Carprio, the greatest showwoman. miscommunication, and Johannes is there. Oh, boy. Isn't she special?
I mean, in this game alone, I think she has all the top 5 plays of the day. Look at this.
Xiaoting has it, shakes and bakes, spins, puts it up! Xiaoting with the spin! She spun the other way this time. She put us all in a spin. Well, we are at halftime. It's 42-36. Brazil on top of Puerto Rico here in the first game of the FIBA Women's Olympic Qualifying Tournament in Bourges, France. They came here 2 decades ago. It's been a while. It's nice to be back. And look at the Puerto Rican fans. Whose father is that? Goodness me. And it is... Oh, he's still going. You know, women's basketball in France is so big, and I can't think, honestly, of a better place to have an Olympic qualifying tournament. I was so excited to hear when Bourges got the tournament, and even more excited to find out I was going to be here.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, just Bourges, the team that plays in, you know, EuroLeague Women, FIBA EuroLeague Women, and then also in the LFB, the French league. They have the most fans, the most season ticket holders of any club in France. So, like you said, it is a good place to host an event like this because you know people are going to be coming to the games.
Well, 5,000 seats. Now the players coming back out. You know, there's other action going on around other FIBA Women's Olympic Qualifying Tournaments being played in Serbia. Also one being played in not far from here in Ostend. And Nigeria winning convincingly, perhaps not surprisingly, over Mozambique. 85-51. Is that game over now, or is that so that's a final?
So that might be Nigeria might have just secured their Olympic berth.
Well, you never know unless Mozambique come back and do something special. And also in Belgium, as you see Jennifer O'Neill coming out, you've got Japan at halftime up 25-20 on Sweden. You have to say Sweden must be turning this into a real defensive, grinded out struggle to be limiting Japan to just 25 points in the first half. So 42-36. Do you think we'll see anything differently here from Puerto Rico that they'll try to combat this Brazil team?
No, you know, I think generally they've played well defensively tonight. They've had a couple of breakdowns, and Brazil made them pay. That was kind of the difference, you know. Offensively, obviously, Jennifer O'Neill needs to be involved in the action. There you see her, 17 points, 4 of 9, 5 for 11 overall, 6 of 6 from the free throw line. So she's being aggressive in getting to the free throw line also. She's not just, you know, taking jump shots the entire time. But my question is, can she maintain that kind of offensive scoring? I think it'll be difficult. I think she's talented enough to do it, but to win a game and to win a big game, you also have to have other people step up. So if I'm Puerto Rico, I'm kind of looking at, you know, my teammates and saying, all right, who's going to do it? Is it going to be that woman right there?
Off me.
Or is it going to be, you know, Rosado? She had those 2 early fouls, and then she was actually on the bench a little bit there. You see, Guathmi, only 5 points, 2 of 7. She missed a couple easy baskets, too. I know she thought she got fouled on a couple. So Guathmi is someone who needs to step it up and score a little bit more.
say Neto finally took her out. I think even she can play better, but with De Souza, I'm sure that Coach Batista has had words about how they have to contend with De Souza in that low post.
Well, Coach, you had a very strong start to the game, but right at the beginning of the second quarter, Brazil managed to take the lead. What happened?
You know, we relaxed a little bit on defense. You know, I think we are not playing the defense that we're supposed to play against this team. This is a big team. You can give second opportunities to them, so we need to focus a little bit more on defense.
And what do you have to do now to get the confidence back and to start and have a strong start to the third quarter?
I think first we have to relax a little bit. Everybody knows how important is this game, so we need to relax it a little bit. We need to go out and play better defense. That's what we have to do. You know, our offense will come out from our defense.
Well, thank you very much. Good luck. Well, Coach, the first quarter was very tight, but right at the beginning of the second, you managed to build a 9-point gap. What was the key?
Yeah, we need to stop the transition. They play very good transition and unstoppable some players, so we need to stop some players like O'Neal, Rosado, or the players that can go to the layup.
And now speaking of the second half, what do you have to do to maintain the advantage and come away with the win?
We need to play defense. I think that if you play good defense, we can win the game.
Thank you very much. Good luck.
Well, you heard it, both coaches talking about the importance to really clamp down on defense if they want to be the team that wins this, what we consider to be the all-important game for both of these teams. Well, welcome back, folks. If you've been away for a halftime break, third quarter now underway. Puerto Rico starting off here with possession, trailing by 6 points. Jennifer O'Neal has 17 points, and you said, Shona, they need to get somebody else involved. Guathmy misses with the reverse layup right at the start.
Yeah, I think they just can't rely that much on O'Neal. It's got to be Guathmy and it's got to be Rosado moving forward in the second quarter.
Chow's excellent in the first half. Dantas solved 1 foot. Oh boy, that's a tough turnaround on the baseline.
I mean, that was kind of a Dirk Nowitzki-esque type move, little 1-footer turnaround baseline shot. No matter how good your defense is, you're not going to be able to stop that.
No,
it's just better offense.
Yeah, it is. The coaches might be talking about having to clamp down and play better defense. It's the offense that really catches the eye for both of these teams. I mean, they have O'Neal and some of these Brazilians have been extremely tough today. Already got 44 points. Rosado gets inside. Nobody there for the rebound. See what kind of adjustments, if any, this Puerto Rican team makes at this end of the floor. Well, shot rebounded by Quiñones. That was Pacheco with the miss. O'Neal drives in and gets the reach on Costa. Watch this again. Tell me what you see. A little bit of a hand check?
Yeah, I think it was a little bit of a hand check when she was going up. And, you know, it kind of shows you how good O'Neal is and what kind of a threat she is, because Costa's a pretty good defender. You know, I would say overall, you know, watching her game throughout her career, she's a decent guard-to-guard, one-on-one defender. And, I mean, O'Neal had her switching her feet, kind of jumping, biting on her shot fake a little bit, and then drew the foul on her. So it just shows you how aware and worried they are of O'Neal.
Well, hopefully for Puerto Rico's sake, that's not a sign that things have come, a sign of things to come for O'Neal. She missed 2 free throws. As a team, they had been perfect before that, and she had as well. She was 6 of 6. Just drills another jump shot from the same spot.
Yeah, and that's, you know, we saw Puerto Rico go into a kind of, again, that matchup type zone. They left Diaz open for three, but zone, you always talk about rebounding. It's the most difficult thing.
Rosado again, they're really attacking the basket, and she earns a trip to the line. So watch this. And again, you know, the great thing about that for Rosado is she is desperately trying to get some contact.
Yeah, she wasn't going to make the layup on that. She was trying to draw a foul.
And Rosado, she started the game off with a corner three-pointer, and then those two quick fouls seemed to kind of knock her out of her stride. So we talked about the need for Guathmy, but maybe Rosado is the player that can really pick it up a notch for Puerto Rico. They're down now by 8 points. Deborah Costa, lightning quick, has the basketball, calls the play. And Pacheco misses. And Melendez rebounds the miss. Melendez doesn't waste any time. And again, another foul on the penetration called by Brazil. And, you know, you often reward that attacking player. Look at this. And, you know, Gias was kind of riding, kind of moving her feet, going alongside of her. I mean, there's marginal contact, but there is contact. And Clarissa says, if only I could play. Thank you very much, Clarissa, for waving.
And, you know, I think it's important right now to note that Brazil have committed 4 fouls already in 2.5 minutes. That's something to think about. And, you know, they don't have anyone in foul trouble, but the next foul is going to be bonus from here on out. That's a lot of time, and it's risky.
The only problem is Puerto Rico missed 4 of their first 6 free throws here in the third quarter. That was a strength in the first half to help them keep it close. Chow. Dantas, that same shot. That has to be one of the toughest shots in international basketball. Wow.
And the speed and kind of athleticism that she does it at, it's an impossible shot to block and even really contest.
O'Neal, little hand check. And she wanted the foul, didn't get it. Now Dantas on the break. Pacheco back to Dantas. Bounce pass. Oh boy. Costa missed what looked like an easy one. And then O'Neal trying to push it quickly. And another foul on Gias, her 3rd in this quarter alone. So she'll have to come out of the game.
Yeah, she will. And you know, the thing is, you're going to pull her out, but then you get to put in your captain, your veteran leader, De Souza. I do think Diaz has been good for them. You know, she's hit some outside jumpers. But you bring in De Souza, and she kind of brings them that inside in the paint presence that they don't have as much.
Without when she's on the bench.
Yeah, exactly. So it's really, I mean, either way, it's good. It's good basketball. It just gives you a different look offensively.
But now they're in the bonus the rest of the way. And Melendez, who just missed 2 free throws, this time makes it. You know, it looked like O'Neal was trying to get the defender, Costa, to kind of barge into her when she was bringing it up the floor. But then alertly found Melendez, who was able to get to the line, and this time calmly sinks 2 free throws. Jones back into the game for Quinones as well. Good work by Quinones. Let's see if Brazil can lower the boot here. 3.5 minutes in the third quarter. Will they go to De Souza down low? Setting the high pick. Now she rolls. Good hands by Puerto Rico. Dantas drives in. And here it is again. They just cannot stop Dantas in the second quarter. It was De Souza. Jose Neto, I think, was wanting a foul to be called earlier in the play. And Dantas drills the free throw. It's kind of a thankless task, isn't it? I mean, how do you stop? I mean, he harped on the need to play defense at halftime, did Batista. But how do you play defense against a talent like, especially when you have De Souza and Dantas on the court at the same time?
Yeah, you're right. You know, you kind of have to hope that they'll miss a little, and you try and make everything as difficult as possible. You don't want to give them any open looks. You want to be aggressive. You know, aggressive and try not foul on the shot, but you have to be aggressive with really good players and see if that affects them a little bit.
O'Neal works it free. And Jose Neto flirting with a technical. He wanted a push off on O'Neal. Did look like she might have used her left arm a little bit to free herself. Good recovery by Guafmi to knock it away. Now Rosado has it, spins at midcourt. Gets it and left her feet, tried to make a pass to Melendez, and it goes out of bounds.
Yeah, I think that was a missed opportunity by Puerto Rico. You had Guafmi running on her right side, and I think if Rosado had kind of pulled up a little earlier, you might have been open for a three.
And you're eager to get those easy shots in transition, but you want to get a good shot. The dump to De Souza. De Souza going up against Jones. Jones knocks it away, but reaches in and commits the foul. And Jose Neto barking at the Polish referee. But that was actually...
I think that was actually...
You know, that was the contact being initiated by De Souza.
It was, you know, they almost could have called an offensive foul on the little shoulder to the chest move by De Souza. But again, you know, this is the second time that we've seen Jones swipe at the ball. And even if it's not a foul, unfortunately, it looks like one from where certain refs are and what angles they have and what they see. I know you're not supposed to call anything you don't see, but a swipe, you see something. You see an action, you see a move.
You're right. De Souza at the line, Ali Bishop, Quinones, and Salaman in the game now for Puerto Rico. And Jones, you know, she's frustrated. But we were always taught when you defend, you're coming up under the ball, and it doesn't look quite as much like a potential foul. Easier said than done when you're trying to defend De Souza. Salaman takes it down, guarded by Costa, takes it back outside. Gibson down on the low block. Guafmi. Oh, tough shot. She's blocked. And a late call, but a call on De Souza.
You know, we'll get to see the replay here. Again, I think it was kind of the body, and she didn't leave her space to, she didn't leave Guafmi's space to land, and it's dangerous.
French playing next. They were looking on. Sarah Michelle waving to the camera. Johannes, the highlight reel.
The human highlight reel.
I think that was a break for Puerto Rico. They were fortunate to come away with 2 points on that trip, but they do take advantage. Get it back to 8 points. But here's where they've got to get stops. They swing it, and a foul called on O'Neal. Shearer back in the game, number 7 for Brazil. Here she's got it, and she drives in, and strong rebound by Guafmi. Solomon back to Gibson. Guafmi, another offensive rebound. And then the foul puts Gibson on the free throw line. So 4:08 remains, and again, as you said.
Yeah, those early fouls by Brazil could give Puerto Rico a chance to, whenever you're down, coaches always say the best thing to do is get to the free throw line and score while the clock stopped. And that's what those early fouls and putting Puerto Rico in the bonus early in this quarter have now given them a chance. I mean, that's the 11th free throw attempt by Puerto Rico in this quarter. They were 8 for 8 in the first half. So, they've missed a couple free throws, 4 free throws so far, but.
And despite Brazil seemingly on top for most of this quarter, the score is just exactly what it was at halftime, 6 points. And now the pass thrown out of bounds, who's trying to go through the Souza. So Guathmy brings it up. Passes it back to Quinones at the line. Dantas, this is where she's been tough. She turns off. I'm not sure we've seen that move yet, but that was an easy one. Neto wanted the foul. You see again now Ezzy McBeggar and Australia also looking in. They play next against France. Jennifer O'Neal time. She penetrates. Outside to Salaman for 3. Good! Puerto Rico are not going away, folks. They have cut that deficit to 5. Great penetration in the kickback.
I mean, we keep talking about the importance of this game, and no team is just going to, get down by a few points and then kind of give up. They're going to play until the end.
Oh, Pachao is just crushing for Puerto Rico to see a jump shot fall in, and just as you start to show signs of a little comeback. Back to a 7-point lead. Salaman goes behind her back, goes between the legs. And just missed out on being on the highlight reel with that play. And now Allie Gibson called for the foul.
Not a bad foul by Gibson because they're not in bonus. I think Solomon, big 3 from her the possession before. Maybe tried to do a little bit too much.
Knocking in, for Brazil, and how quickly it changes. A couple of jumpers fall, and just like that, the lead goes back to 10 points. Timeout by Puerto Rico.
Hey, he's all on defense, guys. We need stop. Doesn't matter if I put 5 or if I put 2. If you don't have mindset in the fucking defense, we're not going to win the fucking game. A todo el mundo perdía para el carajo. Tira sola bien cabrón la jugadora. No le importa nada, pendeja, bien cabrón, puñeta. Ah, pendeja, están esperando ahí. Vete cabrón el carajo, puñeta. Hey. Even though we're on the phone, we're getting
You just kind of heard him say it's about communication.
And I'm not sure who that player is on the right. Oh, that's Liz Cameron, sorry. Flanked by Mariana Tolos. Good to see her back in the Australia team after her injuries. And it was at that 3-pointer right there, we're like, wow, it gets back to 5 points. And then Brazil scored the next 5 to take it back to a 10-point lead. O'Neal really did not do that much more today. She missed a couple of free throws. That hurt. But at times it seems like Jennifer O'Neal can walk on water, but honestly she can't. And we saw it on that occasion.
And she's only attempted 2 shots here in this third quarter. Considering the first half that she had, 17 points, 5 of 11. I'm surprised they haven't run more plays for her.
Gibson drives in. Oh, almost had a chance for a three-point play. And another foul puts Gibson on the free throw line. And that was a good call. That was the reach on Gonzalo.
Yeah, I thought that was a great job by Gibson, kind of turning the corner and just putting her head down and driving aggressively, knowing that no matter what, if Brazil fouls, you have an opportunity to go to the free throw line and get 2 points.
For the first time tonight, Paula Michelle Crespo Santana has checked into the game. So first one goes in, and the second, and it's back to an 8-point deficit. Pass up the floor to Teixeira, who hit that three-pointer. She's going to go run over to that spot in the left corner again, see if she can get open.
Again, kind of this matchup, maybe 3-2 zone by Puerto Rico, but
They get it to Dantas, and she's fouled by Gibson.
they find Dantas, who has been very good for them all game, especially here in this third quarter.
She got a lot of ball, but then right at the end, she got her on the wrist. But Dantas has to make the free throws. Still a long way to go in this. Dantas makes the first. Do you think any full-court pressure might be in order at some point for Puerto Rico, or is that asking for trouble?
You see them kind of picking up, but not intense. You know, they're not going for full court pressure, full court traffic just yet. It's only a 10-point game. I'm not sure, you know, you want to start to expend that kind of energy right now. You still have another quarter left.
Wathme. She's open. That's her game. Good hands by O'Neal. Deborah Costa. Here she is, leaves her feet, gets it to go. Wathme to O'Neal. Now it's a 12-point lead for Brazil. And O'Neal just doing everything she can to keep this thing within striking distance for her team. Up to 10 points. Points for O'Neal, 6 of 12 from the floor. De Souza. And 2 free throws now for De Souza, who at the line tonight has 3 of 4. Melendez coming back into the game for Crespo.
I do think this quarter especially, you've kind of seen Brazil go to their strengths, and that's inside. I mean, De Souza came in, checked in. She's just been a force to reckon with all game around the paint. But also Dantas, I thought she did a better job this quarter of kind of establishing the inside game instead of settling for some maybe outside shots.
Yeah, although that said, I mean, Dantas did hit a couple of Dirk Nowitzki-like jumpers. And also Teixeira hit the 3. And that was a great rebound by Gibson. Now she pushes it quickly to Wathme, who drives in. Talk about a 4-point swing, the 2 missed free throws, and then the fast break, and it's an 8-point deficit. So last shot here for Brazil, most likely, unless Puerto Rico come up with a steal. And Wathme gets it. She's going to launch it. Is it going to count? Well, it was a great job right at the end by Gibson to get a very tough rebound and then to push it. And Brazil lead at 63-55. 10 minutes remaining.
And there we have the statistics, but look at that, 18 of 22, 82% compared to just 65% from the free throw line for Brazil. That's kind of what's been keeping Puerto Rico in the game.
Those are the turnaround jumpers that we talked about from Dantas. Look at this. And not only that, but fading away.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not sure how many people could really use. Some of the best defenders are not going to be able to stop that.
And then she did it in the lane. So, here it is. I mean, this is unstoppable. I mean, this is, unless somebody's coming from behind.
And you know, I keep talking about this Puerto Rico team and how they've been together for quite a while now. Brazil's in the same boat. I mean, this is the same team minus two players who we've seen on TV tonight, Nadia Collado and Clarissa dos Santos. Same team that they had this past summer. So, you know, it makes the difference having that continuity. You know, you get used to playing with people. You don't have to learn new people, keeping that same kind of a roster.
It's essential, isn't it?
Yeah. Especially when you're not playing all year together.
Although that said, you know, Nakamoto Hashi from Japan was nowhere on the radar. Wasn't even part of the national team. Invited to the tryouts. Next thing you know, she's not only in the team, but the starting point guard at the World Cup. So I think from a competitive standpoint, you never want your players to be comfortable to think they own a spot in the team.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, there's no guaranteed spot on any national team. But having the same people around, it does make a difference.
Fourth quarter underway here in Bourges, France, the FIBA Women's Olympic Qualifying Tournament. Brazil leading it and extending the lead now back to 10 points. Dantas has been everything that we expected her to be. 19 points, 12 rebounds, plus 29 efficiency. That is a superstar's contribution. But that is a tough shot by Groffman.
I thought she's done a great job, especially here in the second half. She's sort of undersized, height-wise and strength, muscle, but she does a great job rebounding and defending for her size.
Carrying the ball, called on Deborah Costa, traveling, or as we used to say growing up, palming the ball. So a little opportunity here. Puerto Rico maybe get a three-pointer from Guathme, Rosado, or even O'Neal. And all of a sudden, you've got a 5-point game. Remember, Brazil got themselves into a little bit of foul trouble in that third quarter. Here they are picking up the foul. That's Teixeira.
And again, I thought what kept Puerto Rico in the game in that third quarter was them being aggressive, drawing fouls on Brazil. It's something that they need to stick to, especially because they are down. You know, continue to attack. They couldn't guard you. They were fouling the last time.
Well, great deny defense by Ramona, forcing the turnover. Here's Ramona. Again, driving in, a little bit out of control, possibly. Melendez gets it over to Rosado. Rosado goes behind back. No, she's not able to. Ramona, the second consecutive time, comes up with a turnover. And Melendez fouls her, so puts Ramona on the line. We've seen that too many times today from the Puerto Rico guard, turning it over too cheaply.
Yeah, I think, you know, we have the advantage. We see Rosado kind of talking to the ref right now, maybe asking for a foul. I thought that was, I don't even want to say exceptional defense. She was sort of in the right place at the right time. Rosado, in my opinion, just tried to do a little bit too much with the ball.
Yes, she did.
You know, an easy in and out or crossover instead of, you know, behind the back. And I'm not saying she was trying to be fancy, but I think sometimes, especially smaller guards, maybe just try and do a little bit too much instead of just making the easy, simple play.
Here's Rosado. Back to Gibson. She launches it. And only green and yellow shirts for the rebound. Deborah Costa for three. Mendez with the board, and now she's fouled by Montero. Well, foul number 2 on Brazil, and a cheap foul to give away in transition.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, Melendez, she wasn't going to go coast to coast. You know, she's kind of more of a little bit of a team player, and it is only their second foul, but just after how many fouls they committed in the third quarter, that's something that's a little worrying.
Yeah, O'Neal, maybe this is O'Neal time. Now she's got the smaller, perhaps quickness advantage on Dantas, and that is foul number 3. Whenever you see a post player come out like this, you got to be thinking about one pass and done.
Yeah, you do, especially someone with the talent and speed that O'Neal has. Yeah, I thought, obviously, Brazil has changed up their defense. They're switching everything with O'Neal now, and they're trying to put pressure on her. But if you're a big, you can't guard O'Neal that far out.
Well, great rebound by Gibson. Oh, what a play by Gibson, able to get the foul call. I thought she was going up ill-advisedly. Teixeira fouled her. Look at this.
Kind of good awareness. Boy, she did reach in.
She did?
She reached in kind of on the rebound, and actually I think that's a good move by Gibson to say, ooh, they're going to call a foul. I just need to chuck it up, and I'm going to get to the free throw line.
Gibson's been transformed in the second half. I don't recognize her, to be honest. I mean, she has been so positive.
Yeah, I think she's been a little bit more aggressive. You know, she hasn't really knocked down her outside shots, but I think she's doing a better job of trying to get to the basket, get to the free throw line. She's 7 of 7 from the free throw line for the game. And like I said, Brazil already has 4 fouls, Jeff. So the next one, Puerto Rico's in bonus the rest of the game. That could be a game changer.
And they've got to stop them on this end. There's Teixeira driving in, and this time getting the foul called on Rothman. And again, that was all ball, so he's calling the body. I mean, I think all game long, really, the attacking player has been rewarded, haven't they, when there has been contact.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I think the refs have been pretty fair. The reason, I mean, both teams have actually got to the free throw line quite a bit tonight. 21 attempts for Brazil compared to 24. That's a lot. That's a lot of attempts.
What a move by Allie Gibson. Did you see that? She crossed her up. Well, she's taking her game to new heights here in the second half.
Well, you know, we said someone else needs to step up. Someone else needs to be
look at this. She comes up with a steal. And then she spins. And again, she gets to the line. Allie Gibson playing like she's possessed. What inspirational play now from Allie Gibson. And timeout has been called by Brazil. And if I'm Brazil, I'm thinking, Coach Neto, hey, we got to stop fouling. But look at this. The anticipation and then the spin. That's what's most important. Most impressive, rather.
I think it's just kind of been this mentality that she's had in the second half. She's been a lot more aggressive. She had 5 points in the first half. But she has 13 points now. She's going to the free throw line. She only went to the free throw line 2 times in the first half, and now she's already been 8 times plus 2 more. So
eu acho que a 4 é um momento bom para a gente fazer com ela. A 4, tá? Vamos fazer a 4 com a Damiris fazendo flare no final, para a Damiris poder receber a bola, tá bom? Érica, se eles derem fundo aqui, você recebe, ataca, vamos ver se flera aqui. Se eles trocarem, a Damires está aqui, tá bom? Mesmo que seja a zona, Érica, você fica embaixo, a Damires faz mão a mão, tá? E depois você faz isso.
Sacrificing herself just to do whatever she can to get to the free throw line. And that is in the free throw. And look at this, Jonah. We've got a 5-point game with 6:52 remaining. And remember, Puerto Rico in the bonus the rest of the way.
And, you know, that's something that could really hurt Brazil. The fact that Puerto Rico is aggressive. We've seen obviously a team that's been to the free throw line 26 times is aggressive.
Well, Teixeira launches a three. I was just about to say they need to go down low to D'Souza. And then Teixeira, wow.
I mean, defensively, too, it's a little disappointing because Brazil's run that same flare set play a few times and got wide open looks, and Puerto Rico have not figured it out yet.
Guafmi, strong move. And it was going right at D'Souza as well. Guafmi with 13 points. Costa, you pick your poison. I think you got to get a hand in the face of this player here, Teixeira. Great defense, taking it away. Jennifer O'Neal. Goes off one. It's a 4-point game.
Has she been? I mean, some of the shots that she's able to make, and those are shots that she makes all the time. They're not these, you know, she's not playing out of her comfort level. Those are shots that she works on and she knocks down on a regular basis.
23 points for Jennifer O'Neal. Pacheco drove in. Nobody slid over to guard her, so she just went all the way in for an uncontested, unmolested layup.
I think defensively they were so worried about D'Souza and Dantas that's what opened the lane.
Gibson again. Quinones. Goodness me! Quinones has cut it to 3. Puerto Rico alive and kicking. Brilliant drive from Teixeira. Right back at him for Brazil.
I mean, so far, these last few possessions, we haven't heard a whistle. It's been going back and forth. I think you see them starting to get a little tired.
Guafmi and Puerto Rico know now's their moment to seize the day. They are really putting Brazil under pressure. 3 points the difference. Where does Brazil go? Do they go back to Teixeira? Pulling up in the lane, missing, but D'Souza there for the rebound. It was Tena Pacheco who missed the jumper. And this is worrying.
Yeah.
Dantas getting up very slowly.
I think she might have just got hit.
That is a tough make by Guafmi.
It's kind of one of those that just say, in your face. I mean, it was good defense. It was the correct defense. It was just an even better shot.
I think both of these teams possibly better than you know, the wider public anticipated. You know, Puerto Rico and Brazil might be able to cause some problems for France and Australia. They have to be impressed by watching both of these teams going at each other. Teixeira again, hesitates, gets in, gets blocked. Great play by Melendez, but she was not able to keep the ball in bounds, but 6 seconds on the shot clock.
Look at that block, 2 hands, what a good job just coming over and helping. Right now it's about, can Puerto Rico get a stop?
Dantas, she came up lane, now she's going back, and this time, oh, she still makes it in. Terrific.
So you see Brazil here in the 2-3 zone, and they haven't gone into a zone so far in this game. So
O'Neal, the 3. 2 points separate these 2 teams from the Americans. Remember, the top 3 teams in this tournament will go to the Olympics. This is a vital game. Teixeira again drives in, gets it back. Oh, she has been terrific. She has been fearless.
she has, especially here in this 4th quarter. I feel like she's stepped up for this Brazil team. Pretty decent defense on that first shot. But she got the rebound over 4 other white jerseys. You got to go get the ball. I mean, there's 3 minutes left. 3.5 minutes left to your possible ticket, your first ever Olympics. Every play counts at this time.
Well, Melendez has she fouled out? Yep, she has. That is number 5. So tough break for her, tough break for Puerto Rico. Next man up, Solomon comes in. What they lose in size, they gain in quickness.
They do, but I'm worried defensively. I mean, Melendez, okay, she only has 2 points tonight. 3 rebounds, 5 assists, but you felt her presence, especially defensively for me, which I'm not sure Solomon is on the same level just because she's a little smaller.
Ramona also has just checked into the game. Look at Dantas getting in there, getting the offensive rebound. And Solomon now called for the foul. And you talk about the lack of size.
Yeah.
Man, obviously rebounding is not all size, but
no, and you know, considering the size difference Puerto Rico has, I think they've done an absolutely outstanding job rebounding. But now, I mean, both these teams are in bonus. You can't give up offensive rebounds on the free throw line. It's just something that can't happen.
No.
You need to come down with that rebound.
And Dantas was able to just kind of lean over and get the basketball. And right now she has got 20, I think she's going to 25 points.
Yeah, I mean, she already has a double-double, 15 boards.
Unreal performance. Gwaltney trying to force her way in. And then she's tied up. Now Gwaltney kind of got into no man's land. She had 3 Brazilian players surrounding her, but fortunately for Puerto Rico, the possession arrow is theirs. Tough play again by Teixeira, making life miserable for this Puerto Rican team on both ends of the floor. You feel almost right now like this Puerto Rican team, somebody needs to step up and hit another 3. That'll really lift them. Gwaltney. Gibson's open. Foul by Julia Turner. Are you kidding me? Allie Gibson has had the second half of her life.
Wow, just what awareness. She knew she had to get that shot up.
Look at this.
That's a foul. That's a big foul. I mean, I know you want to kind of run out at the shooter, but you don't want to do that. And now she has a possible 4-point play.
Unbelievable turn of events. And Gibson continues to drive this team forward. She now has 17 points. Now she has, excuse me, that last free throw, 18, the 4-point play. Now, Shona, you can't make this stuff up. This is brilliant stuff we're watching here in Bourges. Dantas gets down low. Denied to Souza for the offensive glass. No. They battle for the boards. Gibson. She has it. She's running. And Teixeira flirted with another foul. Quiñones passes it off. She goes in for the layup. She does it. Puerto Rico tied the game.
Wow, what a turn of events. And just the energy and the momentum. That's why I love basketball, because, what, Jeff, 3 minutes ago, you kind of felt like Patty was taking over for Brazil, and Puerto Rico couldn't figure out how to get a stop. And now, they've got a couple stops. They've gone down, and they're knocking down shots.
Pati, Tainá, Érica, Damires, Débora, tá bom? Tainá, Pati na sequência. Recebe, Érica dá um passo, você consegue colocar a bola aqui na Érica. Damires, você corta. Tá bom? Vamos ver se dá pra gente colocar essa bola aqui. Certo? Pode fazer a mesma coisa se for individual. Olha, chamar um chifre baixo, nós vamos fazer um chifre baixo direto. Tá bom? Com a Damires aqui, você vem até aqui o meio. Érica, você vem, sai por aqui, traz a bola pra cá. Tá bom? Érica, Damires, traz a bola pra cá, bloqueia aqui e vira pra bola. Vê se dá alguma coisa aqui. Tá bom? Você recebe, se não der nada, mão a mão, isso, pra dentro. Final da transição.
Walk me in the second half as well. Gibson, O'Neal, time and time again, has hit big shots for them. But Jeff, can they get a defensive stop right now? I really think this defense right here is going to be interesting.
Brazil just looks stunned. They can't believe Puerto Rico's come back. It looked like they were really going to be on top, and really it's just all credit to Puerto Rico. It's not necessarily what Brazil have done. Puerto Rico has been making plays. Dantas into the paint, puts up a tough shot. Guathrie gets the rebound for Puerto Rico. And now it's really time to get nervous if you're of both Puerto Rico and Brazil. Oh, pass, telegraphed, intercepted by the veteran De Souza. She drives in, misses the layup. Great hustle down the court by Deborah Costa. And it keeps possession with Brazil. How many times today have we talked about the turnovers from the Puerto Rican guards?
You know what? They don't have a lot of turnovers. They only have 10 turnovers in the game, but I agree with you. The couple of the turnovers that they have had, it seems like they've been very telegraphed and just a bad pass. Oh,
but an offensive foul has been called
on De Souza, I think, trying to set a screen for Dantas, and she did get her wide open. Maybe that's why it was an offensive screening foul.
Salomon can't believe she turned that ball over. You know what? They've escaped. Somehow De Souza missed the layup. Rosado back in, gets it back from O'Neal. Where did they go? Guathrie. And now she turns it over, fumbles it away.
You know what? The good thing is, like you say, they have escaped and they've got some stops, even though they have turned the ball over. So let's see what they can do here.
Dantas, oh, she goes in and she earns a trip to the line. Puerto Rico twice had possession with a chance to take the lead, and they've turned it over. And Brazil now with Dantas.
And you know, Brazil are not shooting the ball particularly well from the free throw line. They're 15 of 24. 62.5%. I was just about to say, but Dantas is 6 for 6 in the game until that miss. So
she's played a lot of minutes tonight. She's been outstanding. She's got 25 points, 15 rebounds. And she misses the first free throw, but makes the second to put Brazil back on top by 1. And Batista wants to talk things over. He wants to set the stage for this next possession and perhaps the rest of the game. Both teams in the bonus. Okay, let's listen in, Shona.
Nice. No, Jennifer, you're gonna take the ball out. Jennifer is gonna take the ball out. Okay, Pamela, estoy aquí. Vamos así. ¿Qué me falta? ¿Qué me falta? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. ¿Estás tú? Aquí. Jennifer, Pamela.
Where am I?
You're here.
Okay.
This is Jasmine. Okay. As soon as the ball's here, ve duro a buscarla. Vienes a buscarla. Okay. Cortina hacia el lado contrario. La paso. Watch the hand. Hand off. You pass it here. So you can have the hand to go to the basket. If not, listen, si cambian la zona, if they go to zone, we go 30 right there. Okay?
That has to get a touch, as we talked about before. It has to be Jennifer O'Neal in these clutch moments.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, Allie Gibson has definitely stepped up in this second half. So has Guacamole, but the best player for the Puerto Rican team has been Jennifer O'Neal all night. So you do think that they're going to run some type of I would say a quick hit. You don't need to force a shot, but a quick shot, a good shot, a set play kind of to see if they can get her open.
Quinones takes the inbounds, gives it back to O'Neal, just as we expected. And it's O'Neal that's going to penetrate. She's going to be surrounded. She gets it to Quinones, but they turn it over. No, they dive for the four. They get it back. O'Neal has it. She has to put up a prayer. She misses. And it's Ramona with the rebound for Brazil.
So definitely as a coach, that's probably not what he drew up.
Teixeira fakes the three. They whip it. Pachau over, open, rims out. And the ball goes over to Puerto Rico.
And you know, there's still 53 seconds left. It doesn't sound like a lot of time, but that is actually quite a few possessions. And Puerto Rico, they just need to get a good shot. They need to get a good shot attempt here. Then they need to go down and play defense.
Guacamole, the bounce pass to O'Neal. Rosado open. They battle for the board. Quinones just put it in. Puerto Rico taking the lead. 81-80. Excuse me, 82-81. And look at the Brazilians looking on. They can't believe it. Because if either team loses this game, it is going to take a monster effort to get a win against France or Australia.
Exactly.
Erika.
You said it, Jack. I mean,
Vem na Ramona.
it's not over.
Fazemos
Whoever
nova.
loses,
Tá bom? Nova.
it makes
Nova.
it that much more difficult.
Quero
for them to
bate
drop.
batendo. Bate batendo. Erika aqui. Débora aqui. Tamires aqui. Tá bom? Abre. Recebe. Pode abrir um pouco. Pode abrir aqui, ó, pra chamar atenção. Erika, garante receber esse passe, hein? Garante receber o passe. Recebeu? Joga uma mão com a Débora. Pega aqui a Débora. Joga esse nome. E aí ele sai em sequencial. Vai mais. Você sai. Dami. A hora que o bate sair, você sai atrás dela.
Down to it, this Brazilian team, with the caliber of players that they have a little bit more experience in kind of close games, big games than maybe this Puerto Rico team does. But then again, momentum's on their side right now. It's all about getting a defensive stop if you're Puerto Rico, and it's all about getting a good shot if you're Brazil. Go ahead, crash the offensive boards. You got an advantage.
But let me tell you something. Very important statistic, folks. 16 of 26 at the free throw line for Brazil. They have missed a lot of free throws. And it might just come back to bite them tonight. Shot clock down to 5. Teixeira drives in, misses. De Souza rebounds and scores with a putback. 25.1 seconds to go.
And that's, I thought they did a pretty decent job. That was a tough layup by Patty to go with her left hand, that kind of speed. But you know the height and the muscle that Puerto Rico gives up, and it was a great job by their veteran, De Souza, to just hang around knowing that she was going to have probably an opportunity to grab an offensive rebound.
Going to take the ball out. Listen up. Eyes
gonna take the ball out here, okay? So we can have 24 seconds. Don't one shot, guys, okay? We're gonna go moving forward right now. We're gonna do it right now, okay? Pamela, y Jennifer, okay? Alice, I think rush, get the ball. Go. Mira lo que quiero.
The three guards are lined up.
Players in their nation's history. Imagine if somehow, some way, a player from Puerto Rico makes a big play.
Listen up. Everyone should have the ball.
For helping potentially get their team into the wins.
Don't talk.
Whoever can step up and make a shot for Puerto Rico right now. This game is not over. There's 25 seconds. There's still probably a few possessions left. You mentioned just before the free throw shooting by Brazil. It hasn't been great. Their best shooter is Dantes. She's 7 for 8. But the rest of them, it's not good.
Well, with 15 points takes the seat here for the final, possibly the final possession for Puerto Rico. So now it's Guapi with the ball. She drives in. She's going to take a tough shot. No, she's going to give it to Rosado. They're trying to deny O'Neal the ball. Rosado goes in and she's tripped. And Teixeira said, or Costa says, don't call the foul on me. She stepped on me.
So 2 free throws coming up.
And Jose Neto can't believe it either. Watch this.
Let's see.
You be the judge.
Oh, well, to be honest, it looked like she kind of sat up and tried to go for the ball.
Yeah.
She wasn't just laying. It's one of those, I'm sure she didn't mean to. She was kind of in the wrong place, the wrong time. But
was it Gibson?
It actually looked like a foul on the replay. When I first watched it, I said, ooh, that's a tough call. But
was it Gibson that kind of bumps her, sent her to the ground? Oh, Rosado had a chance to put her team in front. Now she misses the front end of the 2 free throws. And you have to think this is a must-make. And she doesn't get it to her. Now Brazil.
They don't call a timeout, so they got to get the ball. Puerto Rico just needs to play good defense, but don't foul.
O'Neal guarding, flirting. Now gets it to Sosa. Over it goes to Sheriff for 3. We've got overtime. We have got overtime. And Jennifer O'Neal
not what you want to see.
To get up. I don't know if she's turned her ankle.
No, I don't know if you remember. She got hit on a screen right at the end.
Batista comes over to help her up. Not getting able to look at that. And Rothby slow to walk off the court.
So stats for me, really, Jeff, it's at 79% compared to 62% from the free throw line. Puerto Rico's done a great job, especially in the fourth, knocking down some big shots. But I think it's come down to free throw shooting. I thought that was, somewhat decent defense here. We're going to get to see the hit. De Souza really, you're right, we're not going to see it, but she really took one, set a hard screen. Here it is. And I think that's what kind of...
Yeah, I don't see anything dirty
I don't think it's dirty, but you can understand why O'Neal was slow to get up and then had to kind of take a little break before they went into the timeout.
Yeah. I think the refs have done a good job tonight. And listen, these teams have gotten after each other. Clearly, as you look at the foul trouble for Brazil, their fouls that they committed, especially in that third quarter.
Yeah, it hurt them. The same with the fourth quarter. They were in bonus pretty early.
Botar uma energia na defesa.
Bora, time, bora,
All 3 fouls.
I'm just wondering, we saw Melendez from Puerto Rico foul out.
Yeah, Jones.
Is that going to be
a problem, really? I mean, Guathme, so it's attrition at this point in terms of tiredness. But you give everything.
There's 5 minutes left. I mean, it could go either way. You could just run into a wall.
You just give everything you got. This is why you have played basketball your entire life. To be on the verge of what we think is a win that will clinch an Olympic spot. Obviously, there are more games to play. but it could come down to that. Offensive foul, and I think it's on Pachau.
The only thing you need to be worried about here is that offensive foul that they called on Pachau. They're going to call the same on O'Neal because Brazil have kind of been complaining to the refs that she's pushing off.
So Rosado, who hit the game-tying free throw, hands it off to O'Neal. O'Neal steps back, good!
How incredible has she been tonight, Jeff? That's not an easy shot. That little step back.
Oh, an interception by Guathme. Up ahead to Rosado. And she lays it up and in. It's the biggest lead of the game for Puerto Rico. 4 points. You have got to believe you can do it. You've got to believe you can move mountains in Puerto Rico right now, folks. They believe it. Into the corner, Teixeira turns it over. Rosado.
I mean, there's still a lot of time left, but you don't want to force anything if you're Puerto Rico. Try to take a little bit of time off the clock and get a good shot attempt.
Yeah, but you definitely don't want to be too concerned about the clock.
No.
You got to keep playing.
No, there's still a lot of time to play.
Puts up a tough shot, and she is fouled by De Souza. De Souza sends Gibson back to the free throw line.
And again, foul trouble. Not foul trouble, but just, for me, this was going to be a difficult shot for Gibson. I don't think De Souza had to, you know, follow through with her arm there. I think it would have been a good contested shot. I'm not sure Gibson would have made that jumper.
Remember also the layup that De Souza missed late in the game on the fast break, and the steal. And there are just so many little phases of this game that have broken right for Puerto Rico to be in the position that they are with 3:45 remaining in overtime.
But isn't that basketball? You said the little things that sometimes you can't control. That's basketball. That's why it's fun. That's why you play it. That's, you know, why there are upsets.
Gibson makes the second. It's got to be just Puerto Rican basketball fans have to be pinching themselves right now, knowing what an opportunity they have in front of them. Can they close it out? Or are we going to see somebody really step up for Brazil? Entry pass off the hands of Puerto.
3 turnovers in a row for Brazil. And you're just, you know, like I said, overtime sometime, if your momentum's not with you, it can kill you.
So Pachau goes out of the game, and coming back into the game for Brazil, number 23, Gonzalo.
They got to get it over here.
Ramona also in the game. She almost did not get that over.
Yeah.
Very lucky. 3:15 to go. Guathme. Into the corner to Rosado. She spins, turns it over. Here's a chance. It's Costa on the break. Pachetta and Ramona and misses from 3. And another 24-second shot clock now for O'Neal in Puerto Rico. She goes behind her back. What a seismic event this is in the Americas.
The biggest lead for Puerto Rico came in overtime.
O'Neal shaking and baking, goes in. Oh, and she gets the foul called on Dantas. As the fouls that have been committed time and time again by Brazil that have put Puerto Rico on the free throw line have been so crucial. Look at this again. Yeah, she had the hand on her. And I'm guessing they called her for the hand check.
And, you know, O'Neal was 6 of 6 from the free throw line in the first half. She missed those. She was 0 for 2 early in that third quarter. Remember, she got to the free throw line.
We talk about it, and a chance to extend the lead, and she misses the first. And oftentimes with O'Neal, she misses 2, not 1. This time she splits some.
Talking about that Canada game in November, where I'm sure that's not what she likes to think about. Yeah, exactly. The first 2 misses were in a row.
Dantas goes to work on Quiñones.
Oh,
caught Quiñones with an elbow. Watch this.
You know what I love?
No, she did.
I thought that's a good call. But what I love is Quiñones said, I'm going to sacrifice my body. I'm going to sacrifice my chin, my face. And she didn't back down. Even if Dantes had gone up for a shot and there was no foul called, I think it would have been good defense by Quiñones there. But more importantly, that's Dantes. She has 2 fouls in the last 2 possessions, a defensive one and an offensive one, and now she's on the bench. I mean, this is a woman for Brazil who has 26 points and 15 rebounds, and she's on the bench.
Unreal scenes here, folks. 2:20 remaining. There's no doubt about it. Brazil started out as favorites in this game. They beat Puerto Rico in the America like a drum. And Puerto Rico have been playing incredible basketball, but they turn it over again. Here comes Brazil. And pulling it back out is Gonzalo. Ramona. Gonzalo pulls up in the lane. Can't get it to go.
And they just have not been able to score in this, basically the end of the 4th quarter and then this overtime. They have not, they've had good looks, to be honest. The 3 at the end of regulation by Patty was wide open.
Good defense by Costa. Now Rosado looks like she is going to have to throw up a prayer. She does. Guapi battles for the ball. It goes out of bounds. And it's going to be Brazil basketball with a minute and a half, minute 29 remaining. And again, with Puerto Rico, you see them scrapping for the basketball. Well, it's almost unlucky that she didn't save that for Puerto Rico. Well, let's just talk about Brazil here. I mean, are you going to try to get the ball in the hands of Teixeira and launch a 3? Because she's really been their biggest weapon in the second half.
She has been. I don't think you have to launch anything. I think you need to not take a lot of time off the clock and get the best possible shot to score. You know, it's not about 3 points or 2 points. You're down. It's already a 2 or 3 possession game, so it doesn't really matter.
Eu quero aqui Érica, aqui Ramona, tá? 4 e 5. Érica, Ramona, aqui Débora e aqui
Beginning of this game, we said most likely the team that won this has stepped up and booked their ticket to Tokyo.
Vamos fazer isso aqui, ó. Ramona, você abre para receber. Faz como se fosse lá, abre para receber. Débora, você recebe aqui. Atenção, trabalho para receber. Quando receber, tá? Você abre aqui, ó. Beleza? Érica, faz esse flare, esse empate, hein? Faz esse flare aqui, ó. Tá? Você conseguiu passar a bola aqui.
So it's not over for either of these teams, no matter what happens here today.
You've got the potential of 3-way ties. You have to manage deficits. You don't want to, if you lose, you want to lose by as little as possible. So all these things come into play. You just do not envision this type of situation here at this point before this game in overtime. And Puerto Rico leading. Rosado with 10 points. Puerto Rico up by 7. Ramona over to Costa.
You know what's not a bad idea if you're Puerto Rico too? Oh, that same.
They've got a little bit of hope.
That same flare play that Puerto Rico has not figured out how to guard, Jeff.
And just like that, it's back to a 4-point game now. And maybe Puerto Rico looking a little shaky here with the lead late. Bounce pass back to Guapi. She goes in. And Ramona with the rebound. Here comes Brazil. Hands it off again. Surely you got to find Teixeira. She just hit you a 3. Now Costa back to De Souza. Costa launches it for 3. It's got it! And Brazil now alive. How quickly things change. 2 3-pointers.
And you know, we were talking about how offensively Brazil has been struggling since overtime, the end of the 4th. But you forget about the last 3-4 possessions by Puerto Rico. They have not been good shots. They've been turnovers or they've been chucking up desperation shots. So that hasn't been good for them either.
So Puerto Rico called timeout. And they do need to get something.
We're gonna pass the ball. We got 40 seconds, okay? We don't want the pressure, so we go online. Like this. Tagging, ¿verdad? You're here. this is what we're gonna do. You hear? Entonces, Ali, no, this is you.
Okay.
Pamela. Bueno, vamos a hacer algo. This is Pamela, this is you. Okay? So make a screen, Pamela. You're going to get the ball. Okay? Voy así. You're going like this, right? Yeah. What we're gonna do is we're gonna make a screen to you. You come to this line, and you're gonna post it right away.
There's no timeout, please.
You open up, and then you post it.
You know, I was just mentioning before they hit this three here that it's not a bad idea if you're Puerto Rico to take a foul because of how badly, well, one, you gave up 3 points instead of 2 free throws, which would have been 2 points, and Brazil have not shot the ball well. So those are kind of things where I think experience also comes into play a little bit. Like, oh, okay, Brazil's not shooting the free throw well. Let's take a free throw instead of a three-pointer.
Right now, the momentum is with Brazil. Can Puerto Rico rediscover their touch, their rhythm, their direction here on this possession? O'Neal to Guathme, the deny, the defense, the steal. Oh, then Guathme gets it back. Now both teams on the floor for the basketball. And the possession arrow, I think, fortunately, is going to be for Puerto Rico. Tough break for Brazil, almost.
And that's the second Puerto Rico timeout that we've seen, and they've run up a play, and they have not run the play that they were supposed. Well, clearly a turnover is not what. You need a good shot. You need to run some offense. You need to have people come off screens. You need to have on balls.
Looked like Pachow was off to the races, and Guathme reached in and knocked it away. She didn't give up on it. It is oh so difficult to close some of these games out. And it has been that way for both of these teams who have been in this, you know, seemingly in control. Now Guathme hands it off to Allie Gibson, and way too long. And now to Sharon. Brazil look for the go-ahead basket. Any type of basket puts them in front.
And shot clock is off, Jeff. This is last possession, so you don't want to shoot.
Oh, Costa takes a very difficult shot. She didn't have to. O'Neal.
They got to get it over.
And a foul called with 2.4 seconds left. And Costa's shot really was not a good shot at all for Brazil.
No, it wasn't. I mean, you're down one, so you don't want to take a lot of time off the clock, but I thought Brazil could have drawn up a little bit of a better play. I know they didn't have a timeout because it was a rebound, but these are things you have to know who to get your ball to. O'Neal, you're up one. She's missed a couple here today.
She makes the first. It's a 2-point game. Now she makes the second.
I think Brazil still have a timeout, so they'll obviously draw up a 3-point play. Either way, she misses it on purpose, and they get a touch, so the clock starts.
And Puerto Rico have got it, folks. Puerto Rico has stunned Brazil 91-89 in overtime. They have taken the inside track to the Tokyo Olympics. Puerto Rico win it 91-89 over Brazil. Well, Shona, it is all about self-belief and dreaming and just giving everything. And Puerto Rico played probably about as well as they could have played tonight.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, they never gave up. And for the most part, Brazil was in the lead for the entire game. It wasn't by a lot, you know. Puerto Rico never really went away. But this is probably the biggest win in Puerto Rico women's basketball history. And the contributions they had Jennifer O'Neal kind of lead them from the beginning in that first half. And then I said, other people need to step up. And that's what happened. Other people stepped up for Puerto Rico in the second half. And this is why you play. Look at them. I mean, the emotion. And they realize how big this game is and how big this win is for